Dan Perry here with another Dan on Tech Python video. We have looked at our for loop with one parameter with the range command, and we saw that it went from 0 to 1 less than that value. With two parameters, we had a starting value. The second parameter was our ending value. It actually ended at 1 less than the ending value. The third way we can do it, or the third method, is we add three parameters. And with three parameters in the range command, we end up with having the first parameter still be the start value. The second parameter is essentially our ending value. When we're counting up, it's less than, I've said 1 less, but it is less than the ending value. And the third parameter is our increment. The third parameter is how much we add each time to the value. So if we start here with y going from 5 to 10, if we just run this without any change with still two parameters, it will go 5 through 9. And if we run that, we can see it went 5 through 9. Let's add a third parameter, and this time let's add a 2, and I'm going to change the starting value to 2 so we have a few more values. If I left it at 5, we'd only have 5, 7, and 9. But let's start it here at 2, run it, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Starting value at 2 went to less than 10. The next version, or the next iteration after 8, would be 10, and we went by 2 each time. Let's run it and change the starting value to 3. So here we had 3, 5, 7, and 9. Again, we do not go past 10. So when you use the three parameters, you've got a starting value, our ending value, and then the value we increment or add to the starting value each time to go through. With the two parameters, we saw that if the starting value was greater than the ending value, we would get a traceback error, or we would get an error because it couldn't go through. We got a traceback error in our case because y was never created. With three parameters, I can tell it to start at a larger value, give it a stopping value, and tell it to decrease or decrement each time. So I'm going to go down by 2 and run it. And so it started at 20. It went down by 2 each time, 18, 16, 14. It stopped at 12 because the next iteration down, the next value down, would have made it a 10, and so it met the condition for stopping. If I made this a -1, it will go down and end up at 11. And you can see it started at 20, 19, 18, and came down and stopped at 11. So I can decrement or decrease the values each time. I can even use negative numbers, and I could have started at negative numbers when we were going up and counted up. I could have started at maybe -30 and went to -20. But here, let me start at 0 and go to -10. And we see we start at 0, -1, -2, down, and stops at the 9, 1 less than that ending parameter. So using the range command, we can iterate or step through this loop either one at a time using 1 or 2 parameters, or using any increment or decrement we choose by using the third parameter. Thank you for watching this Dan on Tech video. Please subscribe to this playlist so you don't miss future videos. Please check out and subscribe to our other Dan on Tech channel playlists.